Hey guys, Double Jack here, and I want another SteelBallThoughts video. If you're kind of confused about what the SteelBallThoughts videos are about, I can understand because I didn't really talk about it in my update video, but it's just like when thoughts just come into my head about JoJo, I just want to throw it straight at you guys and talk about what my opinions and feelings are. Of course, loads of people are going to be thinking, "Nah, that's stupid," or maybe some people are like, "Okay, I can understand that," but that's the point of fan bases. I would love to talk about how I feel. I've been a 20+ year fan of JoJo, and even if you've been like a 10 year, 20 year, 15 year, 1 year, 5 year, whatever JoJo fan you are, I just want to talk to you guys. That's what I want. I want you guys to come to me if you want to know about JoJo. If you know about JoJo, I want you guys to come with me. If you're a long-time viewer, I would love to just talk about shit. And so that's what these SteelBallThoughts videos are about. So anyway, let's get into it. The fact of this is, like, let's just imagine, right? Caesar beat Wham. Caesar helped Joseph beat Cars. And let's say he makes it to Stardust Crusaders. Let's not talk about if he has any offspring or anything. Let's just imagine he makes it to Stardust Crusaders with Joseph. Now, what would his Shabon hamon evolve into? So in the past, like 15 years, I've had a lot of ideas. And so I'm like, it could be this, that, the other. But like more recently, like in the past 5 years, I think, I've had like a definite answer. And then JoJolion came out, and it kind of put me off, because I was like, that kind of sounds exactly like what I would do. And the main reason is because in my mind I was like, okay, so if his hamon evolves into stand, it would be like he can control bubbles to do something to people. And I was like, I read JoJo, I was like, wow, it's not exactly the same, but it's similar. And so it made me laugh. Anyway, I wanted to do a redraft of it in my mind, and so I imagined, like, okay, so it's through bubbles, of course, and when I was young, I imagined that he would create bubbles as armor, and like if someone comes close, he would have like an ability to throw bubbles, and it would take different abilities from people, and he could grab it for himself. But of course I was young, and so in later years, as in recently in the past couple of years, before JoJolion and including JoJolion, I was like, okay, so the bubbles will do something. And what I think is, in my mind, I always thought he would always have like a kind of arm stand, like on both arms or just one arm, and it would be similar to Sky High, you know, Ukyo from Part 6 Stone Ocean. He's got Sky High on his arm. I had that like kind of image where it would be like his arm, and he would shoot bubbles from both arms or something. But then he could, it would be like there would be like different things he could do. Like he could. I always imagine like, like they're attacking him. Like let's just say Jotaro's attacking him. And he's like, oh no no no, and he go like boom boom boom, and it would stop the attacks. And like it would repeat the attacks back, like the bubbles would go boop boop, oh no 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 no, like that, like it would attack him. Like I had that in my mind. I was like, he could use the bubbles to go back. And you think about the bubbles from Part 2 Battle Tendency, and they're just like an attack. And of course, it would like have them in a whole kind of bubble, and then go boom like an explosion. So possibly it will be similar to Kira, as in it would be like Kira, where from Part 4 Diamond, where he would actually be able to do Stray Cat, and it would be like a bubble coming out, and it would be like an explosion. And I had that in my mind as well, like, okay, so it's an air bubble with an explosion hidden within it from Kawajiri Kira. And so I was like, okay, maybe it's similar to that. Like I had an image in my mind where he would be like, blah, 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 and they would like fly at the enemy and go, like it could be a mix between JoJolion Josuke and Kawajiri Kira with Stray Cats. Like he could throw out some different bubbles and there would be explosions. Of course, I've got so much in my mind. That's why I want to talk to you guys. That's why this video is going to be like 10 minutes or whatever. I mean, it's at like 5 minutes already, and so I just want to be like, this is how I feel. Because I'm not a massive Caesar fan, but I think Caesar has an awesome ability. Like, imagine having Hamon and Bubbles. You would never have thought that. Hamon is normally like Jonathan. He punches and sends Hamon through different objects. Same with Zeppeli. And, you know, it's like, just the fact that Zeppeli goes from learning Hamon... Sorry. I'm still ill. He learns hamon, and eventually from his kid to his grandkid, aka Caesar, he gets to use Bubbles, and it's like, okay, so it's like, imagine Zeppeli, his attacks in projectile form. Okay, I've talked too much about this, but that's how I feel. I feel that he's got this kind of like shooting thing for Bubbles, and he's very... You know, he's got more of a projectile kind of explosion type thing going on. I love it so much. Don't worry, I've got so many SteelBallThoughts coming up. I hope you agree with me. If you don't, then please, of course, write in the comments and just tell me, so I like this, I don't like this part of what you said. I like a lot of feedback, to be honest. I like general criticism. Because I'm a 20+ year veteran. And if you've been a fan for 10, 15, 20 years, same as me, if you've been a fan for the couple of years, I would like to hear how you feel about different characters' abilities. Because I've got a lot more about this, you know, I've got so much. So thank you for listening, thank you for watching, it means a lot. Take care, I love you guys, and goodbye. Goodbye!